Now that Terrence Bud Crawford has defeated Saul Canelo Alvarez and became undisputed and retired undefeated, we're looking now ahead. 168-pound division is now in need of a new star. Meet the man who may be the name at 168. Cuban fighter Osleys Iglesias. Let's talk about him. Born in Cuba, now residing in Berlin, Germany, Osleys Iglesias is ready to make a splash in professional boxing. This is a fighter to keep your eye on in the 168-pound division, super middleweight. He's headed up for an opportunity to fight for a world title, and entering his prime, this southpaw is going to be facing Pavel Seleagin, who is also a Russian fighter, and they will compete for the IBF and IBO World Super Middleweight titles on April 9th. The fight will take place in Montreal, Canada, and this will be a showcase because Iglesias is the next man up in the super middleweight division, as he brings his formidable record of 14 wins, no losses, and 13 KOs. He is set to let the world know why Cuban fighters are feared. This man is a former Cuban fighter that has faced the likes of David Morrell, and is probably one of the reasons why Morrell left the super middleweight division early. Pavel is a guy who is toiling at the super middleweight division with a record of 16 wins, no losses, 1 draw, and 7 KOs. As I said, he happens to be a Russian fighter, and he's challenging for the world title against a man that the deck is truly stacked against him. When we think about Iglesias, what he brings to the ring is something fierce. We're talking a two-fisted power-punching fighter, and coming out of the southpaw position, it'll be very difficult for any orthodox fighter knowing that the man has 2 fists that are loaded with dynamite. Iglesias is a fighter that likes to be aggressive, and he is definitely a hunter in the ring. Now, Pavel is a guy who stands 6'1". He's 32 years of age. He kind of presents the image of a fighter that is stiff, but he has a probing style and he moves straight forward, something that is going to be a tremendous disadvantage against the more athletic Iglesias. And Iglesias may find himself backing Pavel up. You see, when we talk about intangibles with these guys, strengths and weaknesses, off the bat, when you think about Iglesias, he's definitely noted being a combination puncher. I mean, he puts his punches together very well. He knows every punch in the arsenal. And like I said before, coming out of the southpaw position, that is a tremendous threat for anyone that happens to be facing him. Entering that prime of 28, he's young enough to keep the guns going. Pavel, as I view film of him, he gets hit cleanly. Though he throws his punches very straight and places them well, he has a stiff jab and he's strong, but he gets hit too cleanly for me. And for a guy that has the gifts offensively of an Iglesias, it could mean an early night. Also, when we think about other intangibles, you know, Iglesias seeks the KO. It's something that he really looks to do. He feels that he can get every guy out of there. Though he can box, he prefers to try to end the matches early. So, if Pavel can stand his power or withstand it, he may have an opportunity to hang in there. But as far as pulling out the victory, it remains to be seen. But sometimes there are upsets in boxing. I'm not certain if Pavel will be able to take everything Iglesias has over 12 rounds. If we're talking about what you saw in the amateurs of 3 rounds, 4 rounds, he may survive. But this is going to be a difficult task ahead. And when you talk about Iglesias, this young man has all the trimmings. There's a reason that the Cuban fighters have been frozen out of championship opportunities. And that's right, I said frozen out. It's not that they can't make it, but you look at fighters like Lara, who've been around, and he's now well into his 40s, and he's still on top. This is a man to keep watch for. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about Osleys Iglesias. Leave comments and discuss further. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.